All right, I want to go find Jude real quick because I think he's cubing and I want to talk to him about that. It's a really cool hobby that he has and I want him to tell you guys all about it. Hi, Duder.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
What's going on?
Just doing some cubing.
Yes, that's pretty cool setup you got there. All right, so I want to do a little interview with you about cubing because it's something that you've been interested in for a while and you've gotten really, really good at it. So I'm going to take a little seat right here and talk to you about cubing.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want to ask you a few questions about cubing because you're really, really good at it. And I've had a few people on Instagram ask about it whenever I post videos of what you do. And I thought it would be fun to make a little video about one of your favorite hobbies. So Jonah got a cube last Christmas.
Yes, he got a 3x3 last Christmas.
Just like a standard Rubik's Cube you buy at Target or Walmart or whatever.
Yep.
And I actually have a fun little video clip of Jude picking that cube up for the first time and looking at it, and Taryn saying in the background, what did she tell you?
Don't scramble that up or you're never going to solve it.
She was very, very wrong.
That was Christmas morning.
That was Christmas morning.
You're never going to get that back to the way it was.
So you've been cubing less than a year.
Yes.
At the time of the filming of this video.
I didn't start Christmas. I started a bit after. The first timed solve that I have on my computer is February 27th.
So yeah.
That was a minute and 20 seconds.
So you've been cubing less than a little over 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And you have purchased additional cubes. Well, first, okay, so how did you learn how to solve it, and how did you learn how to solve it so fast?
Start about maybe mid-February. I watched a Rubik's Cube tutorial on YouTube by the YouTube channel Wired, and I solved it the first time that morning, and I just kept doing it, and I wrote down the algorithms and stuff, and I kept doing it that day and the next day.
Because there's different algorithms you can use to solve a Rubik's Cube. It's not the same thing every single time to get it solved. The first time you solved it, how long did it take you?
Probably about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was sitting in front of YouTube watching that tutorial.
And you were doing what they did,
Mm-hmm.
and it took about 15 minutes.
Yep.
Do you think that's like for an average Joe who's never solved a Rubik's Cube, that's a pretty average time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the very first time I ever solved a Rubik's Cube was whenever I was probably about 6. I got one for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I solved it for the first time then, and then I never scrambled it again.
Once you got it perfect, you didn't mess it up again?
No.
Okay, so there are several YouTube channels that you watch to learn. You said one is Wired. Is there another one that you recommend?
Yes, Wired was their beginner tutorial. I watched that one. And then the one that really helped me get this fast was JPerm.
Okay, and spell that?
J space PERM.
Okay, and that's one of the algorithms, but that's also their channel name?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the first time you solved it, it was like 15 minutes. And then how fast can you solve a 3x3 now?
My average right now is about 17 seconds.
And you know what your average is because you use a website that times you?
Yeah, it's called CS Timer. And
okay. So that takes you time all of your solves.
Yep.
And then it kicks back and gives you an average. So it has your personal best, which you call what? PBs. And then it also tracks all of your results. But then you also have this cool little timer right here.
It's called a stack mat timer.
Okay. And that's not a standard Rubik's Cube. So where do you get the stack mat from and the cubes that you buy?
Thecubicle.com.
.com.
Yeah.
And that's who you recommend?
Yes.
Okay, can you show me all the cubes that you have in your little bag over there? Like,
Yeah.
because the 3x3, is that your favorite?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So the 3x3, I have a Cube clock, which I just got a few days ago. I don't know why it's not solved. Mega Minx, which is fun, but I don't really do it a lot because it takes me too long. Mirror blocks, which kind of shape shifts.
That's cool.
Ghost Cube, hardest cube I own. It's a work in progress. 2x2, very easy. I believe my PB is about 1.5 seconds.
That's crazy. That's crazy fast.
Little miniature 3x3. Pyraminx, my PB on this is about 2.5 seconds.
That's really, really fast.
Very easy, and my 4x4, which is currently unsolved because of parity, which makes it so this edge is flipped, so I can't solve it unless I use a really long algorithm.
So there's a lot of different algorithms you can use, but each cube has different algorithms. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how long did it take you to learn all the different algorithms?
For 3x3, I still don't know all of the algorithms. The method that I use is CFOP. CFOP.
Okay, so how did you find out about this competition that you're going to do?
Whenever I first started with that beginner's tutorial from Wired, afterwards, I was just searching the internet trying to find more stuff and like how to get faster, more algorithms and stuff, because it kind of intrigued me that I could solve it in under 2 minutes with that beginner's tutorial, and I wanted to learn how to get faster and faster. So I found JPerm and some other channels, and they had videos where they were like going to these competitions and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's competitions. And so I found the World Cube Association, and that's how I found the competition that we're going to. I was just looking at their website one day, and I was looking at their competition list, and I saw one that was where we were going to be, and I was like, hey Mom, look at this. We're gonna be there, right?
It was really easy for us to be here because we only had to extend by 1 week for you guys to be able to compete. And when I say you guys, that's because Jonah is also competing. So not only did you learn how to teach yourself and learn how to do this, but you also taught your little brother.
Yes. So I taught Jonah the beginner's method. By then, I was actually using a different method. I only stayed with that beginner's method for maybe a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I taught him that, and I think now he's averaging around 45 to 30 seconds.
He's pretty quick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
he doesn't care as much as you do. So he likes to do it, but it's not something that he's like hyper excited or focused on.
Yeah.
You definitely do a lot more of it, but I'm really excited that he's going to go and experience that competition with you.
Yeah. I'm definitely more focused on getting faster and breaking personal bests and stuff.
Okay, so I want you to tell me a little bit about these cubes that you have. Okay. So these are what's known as speed, like this is a regular Rubik's Cube, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's a mini 3x3.
So this one like has the stickers, which is how I used to solve it when I was young, Jude. I just remove the stickers and rearrange them. But these are made to be fast, correct?
Yes, and you can get these with stickers on them, but I prefer them without the stickers because of stuff like this, where the stickers will kind of move around sometimes, and it doesn't look that good.
Okay, so you have the 3x3. What else do you have?
I have 3x3, which is my main event.
Okay.
Cube, which is one of my favorites, and it moves like this. It moves kind of.
Yeah. My job as your mom is to mix them up, and I don't like mixing that one up. It confuses my brain.
2x2, which is really easy. It's just the corners of a 3x3.
Okay, wait, let's back up a little bit. How fat, what's your personal record, personal best for 3x3?
My personal best on 3x3 is 10 seconds. 10.02 seconds.
That is crazy. Okay, what about Scube? What's your
On
personal best?
Cube, I believe it is... I actually don't know. Just a second.
It's nice that you have it all on that website because you can go back and look.
Yeah,
You don't have to remember.
This is called Cube PB. It's like a spreadsheet for all of my... I'll just keep this open one minute.
That's really cool, dude.
My personal best for Scube is 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
2.2 seconds.
Like 2 seconds. Like 1, 2. That's
Yep.
how fast. Okay. And then what about the 2x2?
1.2 seconds. It's my personal
You solved
best.
that in 1 second.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have you prove it in just a second, but it'll only take a second. All right, and then what else? You have Megaminx?
For Megaminx, I rarely ever do Megaminx because it takes me so long, so I don't really have a timed personal best for this.
Okay.
I don't really do it timed.
And what about your 4x4?
For 4x4, my personal best is 1 minute and 30 seconds.
That one's more
Okay.
complicated because it has that extra row.
Yeah, I don't really practice it a lot, so that's why it's not as fast.
And is that one a speed cube or a regular cube?
This is a speed cube.
It is a speed cube.
Yes.
Okay. And then what else? You have clock.
Yes, for clock, I got this 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
My current average is about 17 seconds.
Well, first of all, the first time you solved it,
It took me just over a minute.
just over a minute, and then your average within a day was down to 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And then within another day, you're down to how many?
Around 17 seconds.
17
and my
seconds.
personal best on this is 13 seconds.
So this is the only puzzle you have it doesn't look like a Rubik's Cube.
No.
So the point of this one is to get all of the clock pieces pointing the same
to
direction.
point to 12, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Can you show
easier
how
to
it
see.
how it moves whenever you move it around?
Yeah, so the way that it works is there's these wheels on the side, and then whenever you move that, it'll move all of the clocks next to the pins that are up. So if this one is down,
Mm-hmm.
and I move, this will not move.
Okay.
So if all of them but one are down, and I move this one, only those clocks will move.
Connected to that peg.
Yeah.
So you were actually competing in an event for clock when you only got that puzzle 2 days ago.
Yes, I am competing.
That's kind of brave.
I've done maybe almost 500 solves on it.
In 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pyraminx, is that what the
This
pyramid
is-
one is called?
Yeah, this one is called Pyraminx. My personal best on this one is 2.8 seconds.
Okay.
It's not my favorite event because, I don't know.
It's not your favorite?
Yeah, and I average around 12 seconds on this.
Okay. And then tell me about the other one. It's called Ghost. That's what that
This
is?
is the Ghost Cube. It shapeshifts, as you can see.
My brain does not work that way, Jude.
It's the hardest cube I have. It's very hard.
I bought you that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I have this one, which is called the mirror blocks, and this one also shapeshifts.
Is that one hard to solve? Because my brain doesn't work like that either.
This one is not hard to solve.
Okay.
This one's actually very easy.
So I want to film you doing a few solves, but if somebody wanted to get into cubing, what would be your recommendation to them? What should they do if they want to get into cubing?
If you want to get into cubing, the number one thing that I would recommend is to start with a good speed cube. This one is the RS3M 2020. It only cost me $9.
On Cubicle.
Yep, and it's a really good speed cube. And to start out with a good video, start out with a good method, like JPerm has a beginner tutorial on his channel, and just to start out well will really help you progress faster and learn a lot easier.
You have pages and pages of algorithms written out somewhere, right? You don't do that as much. You did in the beginning.
So, yes, I don't do that as much. I do have a notebook of some algorithms so that I don't have to sit at my computer with it.
Yeah.
Just doing the algorithm, I can have it written down in a notebook or something. And that'll help me go over the moves and get into my muscle memory.
Let's talk about that, because I was just about to bring that up. Muscle memory. How important is that in speed cubing? Just doing it over and over again, so you don't even have to look at the saw of your hands, just know what to do. That's what muscle memory is, correct?
Yes. So muscle memory is where as soon as you see a case, like this case, this is called the V-perm. As soon as you see that, you can just do the algorithm without looking at it. Your fingers just know what to do. That, I would say, is the second most important thing in cubing.
Muscle memory.
Yes. The number one most important thing in cubing is called look ahead. Is where you know where the pieces are going to be before you move it.
Before you move it.
I'm actually not learning that yet, but
yeah. And you're still really fast.
That's what I'm going to learn next. Yeah.
Okay, so I will tell you that you're going to do 2 days of competition.
Okay.
And in exchange, you are, for us, supporting you through all of this. What do you have to do for the 2 days after competition?
I am not allowed to do cubing at all for those the 2 days after that.
How come?
It annoys Dad sometimes with the
noise, the clicking. He calls it the clicking.
The constant.
It's constant clicking. So we agreed to let you practice as much as you wanted to and needed to bring you to the competition, give you all the cubes and stuff that you needed, all the supplies and everything, but that you had to give us 2 days of no clicking afterwards. I think that's a pretty good deal.
Yes.
Are you going to be able to do it? Because I can't think of 2 days where you have not picked up a cube since last February. No.
There's maybe been one day where I haven't.
I'm not sure who's looking forward to it more, Taryn or Dad. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't.
It doesn't bug me, but it really bugs both of them because it's constant clicking. But there's one downside to cubing, and I would say that would be it. That's the only downside, though.
I told Taryn a few weeks ago, really, Taryn, you're the one who got me into cubing. You're never going to be able to solve it. So I thanked her, and she said, yes, I'll take full responsibility, but I don't like the sound of it.
Oh,
I'll take responsibility for it, but I won't.
I mean, overall, it's not, as far as hobbies go, it's not an expensive hobby.
No,
which cube do you have that's the most expensive?
My most expensive cube is the Scube. It's the Gans cube, and it cost me just under $40.
Yeah, but for the most part, they're around $10-ish.
$10.
It depends.
Going up to the most expensive puzzle, most expensive 3x3, is about $85 right now.
Okay. So, I mean, as far as hobbies go, and how much is it costing you to go do the competition?
$25.
That's not bad.
That's the entry fee. Yeah.
For you, and then another $25 for Jonah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as hobbies go, it's really not that bad.
It's not that expensive.
And you really, really love it.
Yeah.
You're really, really good at it. We're so proud of you.
I don't think I'm going to give this up anytime soon.
We just think you're so smart for being able to do this. And to just be that fast. It's really impressive. Okay, I'm going to film you doing a few solves, and then our next video, stay tuned for that, because we are going to record the competition and all of the different events that you're doing. How many events are you doing?
5.
5. And how many is Jonah doing?
3.
Yes. All right, it's going to be exciting. Actually, that competition is tomorrow.
Yes.
So I'm really excited for you.
Very excited.
I'm very nervous.
Competition is tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
Oh, I know what I forgot to ask you about the Netflix documentary.
Okay, so yeah, there's a amazing documentary on Netflix about 2 of the fastest cubers in the world, Max Park and Felix Index. And their race to the world record, their competition against each other.
And they ended up being friends.
They are really great friends.
Yeah.
Max is actually autistic. And he got into cubing when he was about 6.
Yeah.
And he averages
so
around
fast.
6 seconds now.
How fast can he solve a 3x3? He holds the world record, right?
He does not hold the world record right now, but he can solve a 3x3 in around 5 seconds.
That's really fast.
The current world record on 3x3 is 3 seconds.
3 seconds to solve a fully mixed up cube. Okay, so that documentary was really cool for us to go in and watch because it kind of taught us what a competition is going to be like.
And it's called Speedcubers.
Do you think, and it's on Netflix, do you think that any world records could be set at the competition that you're going to tomorrow?
Definitely.
Really?
Yes.
So it's not only fun to go compete, but it's fun to go watch
watch
other
others
people
compete.
that you follow and that you follow their YouTube channels and stuff like that. To see them compete as well is really exciting.
Yeah, and just like the community and making friends. And
yeah. So I'm really excited for you. I'm really proud of you. All right, I want you to show me how fast you can solve. You pick. Which one are you going to do?
I'll do 3x3 first.
3x3. All right, let's do it. Stay tuned for our next video where we're going to take you along as Jude and Jonah compete in the World Cubing Association Rocky Top 2021 Speed Cubing competition.